Welcome to episode 1 of our new animal myths series. Let's begin. Alligators and crocodiles. One of the main stereotypes of alligators and crocodiles is the weeping and hypocritical crocodile. This is seen in political cartoons, such as this one of Ulysses S. Grant, and it's all about claiming to be sad about another's grief and then crying fake tears. So this is actually based on real life, because crocodiles do actually cry when they consume prey, which is because they can't chew. So you have to rip it apart and swallow it whole, and their eye moistening glands are right next to the throat. So eating causes them to produce tears. Humans, however, think that they're hypocritical about killing their prey, which leads to the whole saying, crying crocodile tears. Another stereotype about alligators and crocodiles is the villainous crocodile slash alligator. This is because they're often cast as evil characters, examples of which include the crocodile in Peter Pan, although he only attacks the villain, Leatherhead from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the enormous crocodile, and Brutus and Nero in The Rescuers. Another stereotype would be of ants. One of the stereotypes of ants is the diligent ant. This comes mainly from Aesop's fable, The Ant and the Grasshopper. Basically, what happens is the ant works hard to prepare for winter, whilst the grasshopper waits the summer and autumn away, eventually having to beg for food or starve. Another theory related to ants is the militant ant, which is that they form colonies and hives and therefore work together like an army. And this is actually true in real life. And therefore, in a lot of stories, which is what people get this from, ants are portrayed as military soldiers. Like, for example, the ants from the movie Ants, with a Z. A third stereotype about ants could also be thieving or bothersome ants. This is ants often being portrayed stealing food. And this is also based on real life habits, so it is a true stereotype. And you'll see this in many comics. Next animal stereotypes. Bats. One big stereotype for bats is the bloodthirsty bat. So humans are scared of bats because of their appearance and because they are nocturnal. And they became, bad omens of fear and death. You would see witches with bats, demons with bat wings, vampires becoming bats. And this bloodsucking, this bloodthirstiness, is based on the vampire stories. In reality, only 3 species out of the thousands of species of bats feed on blood. And these are called vampire bats. There's only the 3 examples are common bat, white-winged vampire bat, and the hairy-legged vampire bat. So if you see these, be careful. But these are only located in Central America and South America. Another stereotype originates from the saying, blind as a bat. This is completely wrong. Bats are not at all blind. Some microbats, which are kind of common species, do have poor visual acuity. But there are certain bats, such as megabats, which is like fruit bats, have extremely good vision. Another myth is that bats will fly into your hair. This is an urban legend and is kind of based on bats having echolocation, which is a sonar they can use to navigate well in the dark, but it isn't actually real. And finally is a very interesting one, which is that bats are related to mice. So this is because bat is cognate with mouse in many languages, which means the word bat in that language comes from the word mouse. Examples of this include winged mouse, which is coming from Afrikaans vleermuis, Dutch vleermuis, German fledermaus, Swedish fladdermus, and Russian Lithuanian. And then bald mouse, which comes from the Spanish words and the Bosnian words, or leather mouse from the Estonian, or old mouse even from Basque. They're not actually related. Some people begin to think that because the words are related, but in reality, they are not related. The species are quite far apart. The final animal whose myths we'll be exploring is beavers. And with beavers, there's really one main myth, which is the hardworking beaver. And this is based on beavers always building dams, and it creates, the saying, busy as a beaver. And it does actually have some factual realism behind it. I mean, beavers do work hard on building dams, so they are hardworking. But, it's not always that stereotype should be used. Some examples of this also are Toothy and Handy from Happy Tree Friends, the beavers from Open Season, the beaver and Lady and the Tramp, and Ed and Willem Beaver in The Fabeltjeskrant, which is a Dutch show, or German. And that concludes the Yeah, that concludes the first episode. So watch next time to learn some animal myths about bees, cats, cattle, and chicken. And I hope you guys enjoy this new series. Peace out. Bye.